All right, man. Let's talk about the wild card weekend that's happened so far. The last game come on Monday night with the Rams hosting the Arizona Cardinals, which they split in the regular season. And the Cardinals are sliding towards the end of the season. They even let my Detroit Lions beat them easily. Okay, I put emphasis on easily. By the way, so I talk about that maybe tomorrow morning. We gotta give our predictions for the next round. I think we went Bengals, Bills. I changed to Philadelphia, but I had Tampa on wax, so pick Tampa on wax. I pick who else was there? I picked Dallas. They lost. So yeah, I mean, what is it? I pick Kansas City as well. So we can start off with the first game, the Bengals and Raiders. It was all right. The Bengals tried to get them the game. The Bengals, man, you gotta find a way to get in the end zone. You're not gonna make it to the Super Bowl like I predicted by not scoring touchdowns. And that's the same thing with the 49ers last night. You know what I'm saying? They start, kicking all these field goals, score touchdowns. You play it safe. You got to take the points and this score touchdowns. That's the most important. Score the touchdowns. That's what you got to do. You got to get in there and score touchdowns. You know, score them. You get in there kicking field goals, you're not gonna beat Tennessee. You got to score touchdown, and that's why the Raiders was able to come back. All right, and if you don't score touchdowns, you're gonna open yourself up to losing. And that's pretty much how it happens. That's exactly how it happens. Remember that year, the Saints was crying about the game where they got beat by the Rams, and it was a blatant pass interference. But a football game never comes down to one play. That's a fact. A football game never comes down to one play. It always comes down to you got 70, 100 other plays to make a game. And for the most part, Cincinnati got to perform a lot better. But for a team who ain't won a playoff game in only over 31 years, now lead the Lions with the second longest streak with 30 years, not winning the playoff game. This was a great performance. Joe Burrow didn't turn the ball over. That's what you could ask for quarterback, on his third season. Um, I just see them run the ball a little better, but Chase showed up in a big game, so and for the Raiders, they had a great season. Everything they dealt with, you know what I'm saying. I'm not a believer in with Josh Jacobs, man. Just something about him I don't like, bro. Something he ain't never healthy. They got to find him a real back. He's just a complimentary back. They got to find a real back. Derek Carr threw a pick at the end of the game to win the game. Also fumbled the ball, took a possession away. I'll be looking for them. It's time to move on from Derek Carr. He's just fluky, bro. He don't have the best receivers. They do need to find him a number one. Some good receivers all through this draft. Two receivers from Alabama, Jameson Williams, transfer from Ohio State, and Meacham. You probably can get them. They probably redshirt this year, but you probably can find you a nice 1-2 punch and put Renfro in the inside, or get one of them middle or late, and then draft somebody like Drake London or a kid from Arkansas. So they got options, and also they need pressure on the quarterback. They did get 2 sacks, should have been a lot more. So that's the thing they got to find. You look at their team; they don't have a star. They got a lot of solid guys on with the Raiders, the Vegas Raiders, but they don't have a star. Waller's the only star. He been getting injured, so they got to find somebody. Guys in the front seven, guys in the linebacker core, but they just a really really solid team to overachieve. That's it. Other than Waller, Winfrey, that's the only in Jacobs. They need more. They got a solid team, solid depth. Now they need stars. You need a star linebacker in the middle. You need a star up front, a couple stars. So, like I said, you look at the Bengals, they got a star in Joe Burrow. They a star in Joe Mixon. They got a star in Jamar Chase. And they got some solid guys on defense. So, we'll see. We'll see. But, yeah, I'm not surprised by that one. Shout out to the Raiders. They overachieved the season. Everything that's going around with them. Shout out to them. So then you got this blowout of a game. Best thing about this game was when Micah Hyde came from nowhere, middle of the field to make that pick, which that really changed the trajectory of the game. Mac Jones was balling early, ran it for some first downs. That throw to who the hell was who? Somebody dropped that ball. I think it was Stevenson. That throw that drop for Stevenson, and then the throw that should have been a touchdown that Micah Hyde picked. That's just too much for them to overcome. You got Devil Singletary running for 81 yards of 16 carries. He running through your Patriot defense. Like I said before, Bill Belichick, like I said, they've been a beneficiary playing in a terrible division. You had more accusations about a person in staff of Josh McDaniels when he went to the Broncos. Was taping, one of the players accused him of taping practices. So it's a lot hanging around them. Can't do it without time. Can't do it without taping practices, without cheating, without deflating footballs. And now, Bill Belichick don't look that good of a defensive coordinator. I remember they were screaming they could be going to the Super Bowls. I'm like, who did they beat in that stretch? But I turned this off. No doubt. No diggity. Turn this off, and the first time they ran all over Buffalo made some adjustments, and it didn't happen this time. Plus Harris was injured. He had a little hammy coming in, but it didn't happen this time. And I think Mac Jones was good enough to win this game, bro. Just they wasn't good enough as a team. They wasn't good enough as a team. Josh Allen had 6 carries for 66 yards, 308 through the air, 4 incompletions, 5 touchdowns. Don't be surprised if Bill Belichick don't step down soon. I wonder who's gonna step down first, him or Popovich. Because without that horses, man, ain't nothing. That's what you need. Players win football games. Coaches do too. You see in the Cowboy game. So, Patriots got to make a transition, bro. Defensively too. And offensively, they need number one. They get number one receiver, Mac Jones. They'll be all right. But Buffalo was just too much. On our situation where that thing got thrown on the field, that shit was weird, okay? I'm not going to talk about it. But, okay, let's keep going on. All right, this game. I didn't watch this game. I had stuff I had to do. But apparently, I did want Philly to win. I thought Philly should have won. But like I said, Jalen Hurts ain't that guy. I'm sorry to say that. Jalen Hurts ain't the guy. But then again, he ain't got too much around him neither. They got some good backs, but receivers, Devontae Smith, he going to come back better next year. Then you got Goddard, who's solid. But, Jalen Reagor's trash. But I'm not surprised, man. And Mike Evans, I didn't know his hamstring would be that good. His hamstring seemed to kind of recovered. OJ Howard just been a total bust. I know he came off an injury. They really need him in this run. But I just don't think Tampa got enough. And I think Tampa will be taking on they will be taking on the winner of this next game tonight, I believe it is. Yep, they be taking on the Rams and Cardinal winner. And I just don't think they got enough. I just don't think they got enough. With Mike Evans, I double Mike. Mike ain't nothing going over the middle for real. So I keep somebody on Mike and then over Mike. And I tell man, Philadelphia just not a good football team, bro. At all. They're not a good football team. I would have you have nobody out there, bro. You got Vaughn and Giovanni Bernard running for damn near 100 yards. I would be like, bruh, I'd have doubled Mike Evans and Gronkowski, Brake, Tyler Johnson. All these other bums would have to beat me. All them other bums would have to beat me, bro. Tampa is going out next round unless somebody just flukily choke. But Philadelphia, man, they need to reevaluate themselves, man, because they trash. They trash. They quarterback trash, too. I've been saying that. So, this was the game of the hour. The man right here. This the game right here. No sacks for the Coon boys. No sacks for them. A rookie that been injured some of the season ran all over him. Debo Samuels ran all over him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This how about them? They was crying in the stands. When I cry, we cry together. And Mike McCarthy should be fired today. How about that? And the San Francisco 49ers kept him in this game by not scoring sixes. If Trey Lance is the guy, man, and Joey Bosa got hurt. Martin Luther King birthday. Happy birthday. Couldn't ask for a better gift. But this game right here was just 49ers not scoring 6. You ain't gonna go up to Green Bay and not score 6. You're gonna lose. So they need to be working. They need to be working on Jimmy Garoppolo's accuracy. And if I'm them, I know the people not gonna like. I'll be putting Trey Lance in next week more. I would make Green Bay count for the 11th guy. I'll put Trey Lance in that game a little bit next week. I know it's quarterback platoon is tough, but I'll make them account for the 11th guy, and I'll have a package in for him to run. And I would have 4 or 5 players for him to run, 4 or 5 players to pass. You know what I'm saying? I know going up there in the cold, but he from Indianapolis. He's from the Minnesota area, went to North Dakota State. So the cold shouldn't be bad. But yeah, Dallas just, for one, the biggest thing I take away from Dallas, bro, outside the sacks and not getting pressure on the football, is that Dak Prescott has zero chemistry with CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper. He got better chemistry with that Wilson character than them. And Cooper never showed up in big games anyway. But him and Lamb, they got to form some chemistry. And Dak look like he dragging that ankle. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think Dak could be more powerful next year with another year up under his belt after the surgery. Something about Dak, his stance when he throw the football a little bit wide too, bro. When you look at Dak Prescott on the football, sometimes his stance be very, very wide, bro. So I don't know why that is. Does he feel comfortable throwing that way? But sometimes when he throw, man, I noticed that, or even when he run, his stance is like wider than usual. If you notice, even on the run, if you look at this kid, even when he throwing, he jumping in the air, his stance is wider than usual, bro. So that might be a mechanical thing. You know what I'm saying? Look at the shit like this. Come on. A little bit wider than usual. So, I mean, something I noticed about him. And that might be why he not getting that extra zip on that ball, bro. And he winds it up too. So you got these quarterbacks who don't have the biggest arms, like, unlike Flacco, Stafford, Flacco, and them guys, they can play forever because they already had inhuman type of arms. But when you get them guys like Ben Roethlisberger, Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning, who don't have the greatest arms, when they start to fade, bro, they start to fade. That's the great thing about getting a guy that can really wing it. Because when they arms start to go, they kind of go down to Roethlisberger status. I'm talking about when he was coming into the league. They don't have, drop balls where they can't get it out there. But this game came down, they didn't get no pressure. And it was a shout to San Francisco. They was running the ball. They run this little misdirection toss play that, that's dice. And you don't know which running back coming in, if it's Debo, if it's Wilson, if it's, Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? So, they can Trey Lance together. They're going to be dangerous because his legs, just the threat of them. And like I said, they let the 49ers get the ball. They set the tone. They miss directions. The Cowboys is a defense up front that's built. The front four is built for speed and pass rush. But once you get smacked in the mouth like that by the run game, so they became very tentative and they kind of had like whiplash about going after the passer. If they had a quarterback, 49ers be going all the way. Garoppolo missed too many fucking passes, man. Like the post corner that the post corner route that Ayuk made, he was wide open. Yeah, he should have when you run that post corner, yes, you got to come out a little bit higher. So but Garoppolo had to do wide open, put it on him. And that's not an anticipated throw. We could put it right on the numbers. But Ayuk was supposed to come out that post to the corner a lot. He came out too flat. He supposed to come out a lot higher. But yeah, this game just came down to San Francisco. They run game was in prime. It was percolating, bro. It's time for the percolator. It was percolating, and once that happened, the Dallas Cowboys defense up front is meant for speed. And when you slow that pass round down, when they got to think about the runs and the misdirections, that was the game right there as far as getting after Garoppolo wasn't gonna happen. So that's why Garoppolo wasn't sacked. And and offensively, Dak just, he just, like I said before, it's not like he dragging his back leg, bro. Whatever leg it is, man, I don't know. he a lot of wide stance and mechanical things, but he need to get that rubber band and work on his arm. But maybe he really was a product of everything being right and Zeke running the ball and stuff of that nature. But Lamb and Cooper, they need to be doing is doing everything this summer together. They're gonna be messing with women. They need to be messing with women. They playing Xbox. They play Xbox, PlayStation 5, whatever. They going to the golf course. They going to use the bathroom. They need to be doing everything together to form that chemistry. They need to do that little shit where they tie each other's legs and you gotta like hop to the end. They need to be doing that. They need to literally do everything together to form that chemistry. And like I said before, defensively, man, I think it's time for philosophy change. You can go. I think they need to go with a traditional 4-down line. I think they need to go with a true three technique who kind of got some size, who can stop the run. Then they need to go with somebody that can really, that's really a run stopper on run downs. Somebody like Vince Wilfork up middle. You need a true front end. Need a true end on the front who can do everything. Somebody like a Vanden Bosch. Somebody can stop the run and get after the passer. On the back end, you can go with Michael Parsons just truly being a pure speed rusher off the bat. They need to go traditional front. That small front, bro. This is gonna happen every year. Get a girthy in the middle, get athletic on the outside, on the backside, and become all around on the front side. That's how they should be doing it, bro. But yeah, I'm not surprised. I thought they should win this game, but this is what the Cowboys do. So shout out to 49ers for the upset, man. Everybody that want money. But if you go up to Green Bay, you gotta score 6. You gotta go 6. You gotta be stronger. You don't score 6, you're gonna be feeling like a dummy. So, all right. So you had this game last night, which I didn't watch most of. Okay. But Patrick Mahomes apparently only had 9 incompletions for 30 passes. And Ben Roethlisberger, another guy, don't have no arm. Kelsey even threw a pass for a touchdown. So yeah, my homeboy lit it up. Jared McKinney came out of nowhere, had a solid game, did what he had to do. Mahomes ran it a couple of times. And yeah, Pittsburgh always play that old basic ass defense, man, where that's why Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes always have success. They don't believe in drafted corners for real. And yeah, it's that old defense, man. I don't know what they run, like a zone or whatever, or man defense on the outside. Well, they need a coordinator that can bring them to the 21st century, because their defense is like trash. The scheme, it gets some people, but up front. But you got to think about it for a minute. You got to go out there and get some corners. If Pittsburgh gets some corners to go with that front end, with Mika Fitzpatrick in the back, it'd be good. But this Mahomes, he did a lot without Travis Kelce a couple weeks ago when they played him. This is what we expect. Jimmy McKinney came out, did some, give him an option out the backfield now. That's what he can do. Good to him back after the injury a couple years ago. And like I said before, I'm not surprised. So they're going to go on and take on the I think they take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll be a great game. So right now, we got Buffalo taking on Kansas City. That'll be in Kansas City. We got Tennessee entering the ranks after a bye. They'll be taking on Cincinnati, which is an interesting game in Tennessee. We have Green Bay and San Francisco. Classic match, NFC matchup. Then we had Tampa Bay versus the winner tonight between Arizona and the Rams. So very interesting, man. And I got the Rams tonight. Shout out to Stafford. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Check the NFL playlist out for more videos like this. You want to make a financial donation, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Best way to donate, you can find me. Best way to donate is comment, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe us the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have business question, inquiry, response, video question, advertise channel. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. Peace.